DreAllDay.com.
You're now tuned into the show where you learn the discipline to show up day after day to do the work, the confidence to put yourself out there boldly and authentically, and the mental toughness to continue showing up, doing the work, putting yourself out there, even when the success you've expected to achieve has yet to be achieved. And on top of all this, you get a huge dose of personal initiative, which is the go-getter energy that moves any one of us, including yourself, to go and make things happen instead of waiting for things to happen. And then we put all this together into a series of frameworks, approaches, insights, strategies, and techniques all underneath the umbrella of one unifying philosophy that is called Work on Your Game. My name is Dre Baldwin, also known as Dre All Day, and welcome to the show. And today's topic is execution over innovation. Now, before we get into this, I'll remind you of a couple things. First of all, my daily motivation and Monday motivation text messages guaranteed to have you focus sharp and on point to start your day or your week, respectively. Once we start sending that message out again, everybody in my text community, which is free to join, you'll be getting those messages, and you'll have an option, and you can tell us how often you want to receive whatever. Just text me at my number 305-384-6894. And as soon as we start sending that message out again, you'll be getting it straight to your phone. Secondly, Work on Your Game University. That's the place where I do all my coaching. If you would like to have me as your direct coach, if you'd like to be able to share with me your challenges, your needs, what you're working on right now, what you're thinking about working on, what you're not sure is working or not working, you would like to get direct insight from me and also connect with our community of other like-minded people who are serious about their progress, personal progress, business progress, and some people who might be able to share some things with you that can help you get to where you want to go so you're not doing it all alone as you are right now. Go to workonyourgameuniversity.com. You can see what our whole program is about, and you can get started right there on the spot. Again, that's workonyourgameuniversity.com. With that out the way, let's get into the topic, which is execution over innovation. First of all, let's get definitions of both of these words so you understand why I'm saying I want you to focus on one over the other. First of all, execution is defined as the carrying out or putting into effect of a plan, order, or course of action. Innovation is defined as making changes in something established, especially by introducing new methods, ideas, or products. Now, both of these are good. There are, for example, just today I was doing a lot of work in our CRM, which is what we use to basically manage our client relationships and customer relationships. And we were looking at a lot of speaking engagements, a lot of speaking gigs. I've gotten back active, much more active in the speaking business in this year as opposed to a couple of years prior. And looking at that, I see and I know a lot of people who speak about innovation. Innovation is a big thing when it comes to the business world, because in business, companies are always trying to innovate. They're trying to come up with new ways, new ideas, new processes. They want to make changes to something that already exists and come up with new products, new methods, etc., to help shake things up, because human beings just like new stuff. And the world is always changing and advancing, so companies are looking to change and advance. So innovation is not necessarily a negative thing. I'm not saying that innovation is bad. Both of these are good. But one of these matters more than the other by a whole lot, and that is execution. And today I'm going to explain to you why execution matters more than innovation, why you need to focus more on execution, i.e. carrying out your plans, over innovation, i.e. making changes and creating new stuff. Point number one, today's topic, once again, is execution over innovation. Number one, most people go looking for the brand new idea when the old established idea will be perfectly fine for them. This is just the shiny object syndrome that all human beings are susceptible to. Some of us more than others, some of us at different points and in different spaces of life more susceptible than others, but we are all susceptible to the shiny object syndrome. Shiny object syndrome is just simply us being distracted and drawn towards something that is new and innovative and different just because it's new, innovative, and different, not necessarily because it is better, more effective, more useful, or because it will help us get to our goals any faster or help us get to our goals at all. We just get attracted to new stuff. And it's a discipline to stay focused on what the main thing is. And sometimes the main thing means sticking to the quote unquote old idea or the old process. Just because something is old, everybody, does not necessarily mean that it is bad. Old does not mean bad, and new does not necessarily mean good. I talked about this in episode number, let me see if I can find it. I will find it, but it was episode number 2747. Old does not mean bad, and new does not mean better necessarily. Sometimes the old thing is much better than the new thing. So don't allow yourself to get distracted so easily by something just because it is presented as new, even if it is, excuse me, actually new. I remember years ago, it was probably about 15 years ago, maybe a little less, Kentucky Fried Chicken. They made this really, really bad idea. They had this really, really bad idea that they were going to rebrand themselves as Kentucky Grilled Chicken. They weren't going to sell fried chicken anymore because we had this whole health, what do we want to call it? It's just idea of healthier foods. And grilled chicken is known to be healthier than fried chicken because the fried chicken is cooked in no fat and there's grease and no fried foods. Maybe there were some people being turned away from eating fried food. So Kentucky Fried Chicken had a really bad idea that they were going to stop selling this quote unquote unhealthy food. They were going to rebrand themselves as just selling grilled chicken rather than fried chicken. This was a very short-lived operation that didn't last long, and they went right back to being Kentucky Fried Chicken, which they still are to this day. And I'm bringing that up as an example to help you understand that sometimes when you go chasing after the new thing just because it's new doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be better for you. So Kentucky Fried Chicken, Wendy's, Domino's Pizza, Pizza Hut, McDonald's, all of these companies sell what does equate to what we would all deem unhealthy food. Even if you like the food, we can still agree that it's unhealthy food. And at the same time, that doesn't mean they need to stop doing it because guess what? There will always be people who will eat cheap, unhealthy food because that's just what they want. People want what they want. And when you're in a marketing business, you're not necessarily in the, we got to do the thing that is quote unquote good. You got to do the thing that actually makes money. And some of you may listen to that and say, well, that sounds immoral or that sounds bad or that's not morally upstanding or whatever the hell you want to say. I'm not asking you if you believe that, and I really don't give a damn if that's what you think. The point is you have to give people what they want. When you give people what they want, they will give you what you want. And this is the reason why the alcohol industry exists. This is the reason why the tobacco industry exists. Is the reason why the porn industry exists. Is the reason why fast food exists. Is the reason why sweets like ice cream and cupcakes and candies exist. None of these things are good for us, but people do them anyway. Would you agree? And people make a lot of money selling them when they want to be involved. Now, if you choose not to be involved, you have a choice to do that. And if other people choose to get involved, they got a choice to do that too. You can think that they're wrong, but as a good book says, he without sin shall cast the first stone. So that means nobody should be throwing anything. So human beings. And so as I said, as a marketer, you should always leverage what people want. Again, and sometimes as a marketer, offering them the new thing will draw them in because, again, people like shiny objects, new things, new approaches. Even if there's nothing wrong with the approach that they're currently using, they just want to use it just because it's there. And sometimes people go get to a new thing and they never even use the old thing that they had. This is why in the dieting industry, for example, people will sign up for some dieting book or dieting program to get in shape, do nothing but the program, don't follow any of the instructions, and they're still out of shape next year. And then they'll buy a new workout program because clearly there was something wrong with the old one. When what's wrong is the person themselves. There's nothing wrong with the program. Any of the programs will work if somebody just do what the damn instructions tell them to do. But again, as a marketer, it's not your job to tell them, hey, go use the one you already bought. No, it's your job to sell them the one that you have. This is the game that we're in. This is the business that we are in. So even though there's nothing wrong with the old thing, people will try to sell you the new thing. So if you want to sell things to people, especially the masses of people, you have to show them something new, bright, and shiny, some new, bright, shiny angle to whatever it is that you're offering. Most people buy the same way that a squirrel, for example, roams around a park and they just something catches their attention, they go to that. They start going in that direction and something else catches their attention, they go another way. This is how most people buy as consumers. Every sound or flicker of light distracts the squirrel's attention, and consumers are the same way. Now, you as a consumer, while you may enjoy the bright, shiny objects, understand that oftentimes it's the things that you already know about, already have access to, and already could be executing on that you're not executing on. Those are the things you actually need to be focused on. That's actually what's in your way, if you want to call anything being in your way. It's not that you need some new thing in order to succeed. You don't need the new iPhone to succeed. The phone that you have can do everything that you need to be doing on that phone to drive your business and make you more successful. You're simply not doing the damn work. That's your real problem. It's not that you need the phone in order to be successful, or the new computer, or a new car, or a new suit, or a new pair of shoes. None of those are going to make you more successful. They might make you feel better, but are they actually making you do the work that you are not doing right now? No, they're not going to do anything. And we had to be honest enough with ourselves. Because one of the 12 work on your game commandments is self-honesty. You got to be honest enough with ourselves that even if you do go buy the new thing, the new car, the new toy, the new watch, the new phone, that's not the thing that's going to make you successful. Maybe the energy might make you feel better, but you can't drive your whole life based on that. That's why you need the execution. This is why the topic here today is the topic. So if there's anything that you need in life, it's often not some new shiny object. It's often just a new mindset so you can actually execute on the thing that you should have executed on yesterday. That's actually what you need. So the way that you sell, folks, all you marketers and salespeople out there, The way you sell is different from the way you buy. Because remember that the opportunity in life is always in the opposites. So, as I told you already, if there was one diet that worked, quote unquote, then there would be only one diet plan. It wouldn't be 1,000 different people selling workout and fitness and weight loss products, and it wouldn't be doctors doing butt lifts and shaking people's bodies and removing ribs and sucking fat out of people's stomachs. There wouldn't be all these different options to lose weight and shape your body. It would just be one thing, and everybody would just follow the one thing if there's one way that quote unquote worked. The bottom line is, and the truth is, they all work if somebody would just follow the damn instructions. And most people don't follow instructions because human beings are lazy. I told you this. 3 truths about human beings. People don't think, they don't read, and they're lazy. So as a marketer, you can take advantage of this. This is your job as a marketer. Take advantage of this. Because if you told people the actual truth of what they need to do, well, they may accept it and believe you, but then you're not going to sell anything. And if you're a marketer, your job is to sell stuff. Or a salesperson, your job is to sell stuff. The reason that there are so many diet plans out there, and there are always new ones coming out because people don't follow the old one that they bought, and they want a shiny new object that claims that something was wrong with the diet plan. Nothing's wrong with them. Something's wrong with the diet plan, and that's the reason why you're still fat. Yes, that's the issue, and we know this is a lie. This is just a marketing tactic. And one thing that I will tell you, that you as a marketer cannot be above using this stuff, because all sales is manipulation. All marketing is manipulation. Any of you who sells or markets anything, you are a manipulator. And any of you listening to this who thinks that you're not a manipulator, oh, you are a manipulator. Let me ask you a question. You have a significant other. All right, did you tell them all the dirty, dark truths about you when you first met them on the first date? No, you didn't, because then they wouldn't have stayed with you. There wouldn't have been a second date. So you manipulated by lying via omission. When you got a job, same thing. You put your best foot forward, right? You didn't tell them all the things about you that might be annoying. Why'd you do that? You lied by omission. That is manipulation. You literally manipulated them in order to get the job. You manipulated your significant other to get that. You manipulated your friends because you didn't show them the dark side of you when they first became your friend, because they never would have became your friend in the first place. We are all in the business of manipulation. And those who claim that they are not are usually the ones most guilty of manipulation. And again, you can manipulate by omission, as I just explained. So nobody listening to this is above this. We all do it. Some people do it intentionally, and some of you do it unconsciously, but you're still doing it. I would suggest you start doing it on purpose so that you're controlling the process. And again, as I said, you do not sell the same way that you buy. So you sell people on the bright, new, shiny object, but don't allow people to sell you on the bright, new, shiny object unless you're allowing yourself to be sold on purpose. And if that happens, be honest with yourself that that's what you're doing. So if you need to get the new phone or a new car or a new house or some new clothes, all right, be honest with yourself that you're buying it because it's a bright, shiny object, not because you quote unquote need it. That's bullshit. You don't need it. You already got everything that you need. But be honest with yourself. We are a culture of consumers. So if you just want to consume, you just want to buy because you can and you want to, just be honest about it. Don't lie to yourself. Again, self-honesty. It's not honesty with the world is one of the 12 work on your game commandments. It's honesty with yourself. You got to be honest with you about what you're really doing. So your job of executing on what you know or what you need to do is more important than you buying a new thing. Again, you got to be honest with yourself about that, even if you decide to buy the new thing and allow yourself to be manipulated by you. Point number 2. Today's topic, once again, is execution over innovation. Number 2, no idea is worth anything if you will not follow it through to completion. So you see this whole innovation thing sounds great. And anytime somebody's offering to innovate, if I just came to you and said, hey, I'm going to innovate the way you're doing business to help you make more money, if you want to hear about it, almost everybody would say yes. Right? See, the thing is, even if I give you a whole bunch of ideas, they don't mean anything. You don't do anything with them. If you don't execute on them, it doesn't matter how many ideas you have. And as entrepreneurs, many entrepreneurs have a ton of ideas. It's one of the reasons why we become entrepreneurs, because we got so many ideas and so many different things that we can do. You'd be surprised at the different things that I hear entrepreneurs talking about they could possibly do that have nothing to do with the thing they are supposed to be executing on right now today. Many entrepreneurs have this, we can call it a gift, you can call it a talent, we call it a problem, because it can be all three depending on how it's being used. The thing is, you executing on the things that you already know you need to do is the most important thing. It's not getting another new idea. Okay, so ideas are useless. Execution is priceless. Nobody will ever pay you for an idea, but people will pay you for the execution of an idea. Those are two different things. So this can be a gift and a curse, again, for people who have a lot of ideas. Because despite the fact that it is true, or maybe because of it, many people use this as an excuse to not commit, like the new ideas thing. I got a new idea that I might follow through on, I might not follow through on. They use that as an excuse because they say, well, I'm not sure I'm going to follow through on this thing, so I'm not going to do it. So it's better if I just don't do anything and I just keep doing the nothing that I'm already doing. Well, some people will say this, well, I do want to hire this personal trainer, but I don't want to invest the money because I think I might not follow through on what the trainer says. So you know what? I'm gonna just stay fat and out of shape and die 15 years earlier than I should because I don't think I'm gonna follow through. Well, see, that's some bullshit. And you might even be telling yourself the truth, but that truth is bullshit. All right, the truth that you're not going to follow through on something that you know you need to do is the bullshit. And we need to fix that by fixing your mindset, not by fixing your actions. Fix your mindset first and the actions will follow. It's the way it works. So what a lot of people do is, again, they rationalize. And most of the time when we are rationalizing, we're giving ourselves excuses to keep doing the same thing that we've been doing or the same nothing that we have not been doing just so we can stay in the same place because it's our comfort zone. Most rationalizations are things that we tell ourselves to give ourselves an excuse to stay in our zone of comfort. That's all rationalization is. See, a diet will work if the person following the diet actually does what the diet tells them to do. You see, I'm not a nutritionist. I'm not a personal trainer. I did not study kinesiology. I don't have any kind of those certifications or backgrounds in fitness. I mean, not really like that. I've done some personal training with people way back in the day. I am an athlete. I am in good shape and I work out every day and all that. I could help anybody who is actually going to follow the plan lose weight. I could help anybody who's listening to this right now. If you want to lose 20, 30, or 50 pounds in the next year, I could help you do it, even though I am not a certified personal trainer or anything in that space. I'm not anywhere related to any of that stuff. I can help you lose 50 pounds in the next year, guaranteed. How can I say that with no certifications? Because I know exactly what it takes for someone to lose weight. I can tell you exactly what it is. I can write it on a 3x5 card and I can be your coach and hold you accountable for a whole year and you will lose the 50 pounds if, and there's one if, big if, and two capital letters, capital I, capital F, if you will actually do what the hell I tell you to do. I guarantee you will lose weight. Now, if you don't do what I tell you to do, I guarantee you will not lose weight. And guess what? No matter who you hire, that formula is still accurate. Whether you hire me, who has no certifications at all, or you hire a 10-year-old who I could tell them exactly what I would tell you and they could say it to you, or you go to YouTube and somebody else says it, or you hire the most expensive personal trainer, not luxury, but a celebrity personal trainer in town for whatever amount they're going to charge you, we're all going to tell you the same things. The only difference between whether you lose the weight or not is if you follow through on what you're told. The information ain't that complicated. Everybody understand what I'm saying here? Now, in some aspects of life, the information is more complicated where you do need to find someone who might know their stuff. But when it comes to something like losing weight, information ain't that complicated. Now, people may try to make it seem like it's complicated so that you feel like you need them more than you need something else. I'm here to let you know, and I'm sorry anybody who works in the fitness industry or the weight loss industry, don't be mad at me for letting the cat out the bag. It ain't that complicated. The only difference between the people who succeed and the people who don't is who's going to execute and who's not. As a matter of fact, that actually applies to the entire consulting, training, and coaching space. I can be the best coach in the world, and actually I am, but the people who I work with cannot be successful if they don't actually follow through on the stuff that they're supposed to do. I can be the best coach in the world. If you sign up and work in your game university and do nothing, you will not succeed. And there's nothing I can do about it. I'm not a magician. I'm close, but I'm not exactly one. I just play one on YouTube. All right, you have to actually do the damn work. Everybody follow what I'm saying here. That's the execution. So I can innovate and give you 30 books on weight loss. How many books are there on weight loss on Amazon right now? Let's see. Let's see if we can find the answer to that question. So I'm going to type in weight loss and let's see if we can look in the books category. So weight loss. I don't even know how you narrow this down to books. So categories. They're showing me, I don't even see the categories. So they got equipment, supplements, products, drinks. They got all kinds of stuff on weight loss. This is a huge industry. I should get in the weight loss industry. I could probably make a good amount of money just coming up with some stuff. Let's see. All right, I'll just type in weight loss book. This category so deep, there's too much material. So weight loss book, and I don't even know how we even find this. It doesn't, I don't know if it's going to tell me how many results there are. But anyway, I just typed in weight loss book and I'm just scrolling. I'm just going to keep scrolling and I'm just going to see how long I can scroll. I'm just continuing to scroll while I'm talking to you all. And I've looked at, I probably passed 50 books already. And here's one called The Catechism of Fat Loss, Women, Food, and Hormones. I'm just going to read some of these books out to you. Walking for Weight Loss, The 17-Day Diet Breakthrough Edition, has 2,000 reviews on it. Wellness Beyond Weight Loss, The Food Counter's Pocket Companion, the fifth edition. The Plant-Based Samurai is another one. My Complete Program New Cookbook, and it has two W's on it. I don't know if this is Weight Watchers. Maybe it's a Weight Watchers branded book. Keto Green 16, whatever that even, I don't even know what that means. How to Lose 10 Pounds in a Week. That book has 752 reviews. The Pegan Diet Cookbook. What the hell is a Pegan diet? I don't know. Don't care. Let's see what else we got. Plant-Based Weight Loss. I'm still scrolling. I'm like 100 books in. Chair Yoga for seniors over 60. All right, that's another thing. Chair yoga. All right, Weight Loss for the Mind. All right, a mindset book on weight loss. And I finally got to the bottom of this page. Now they'll give me an option to go to the next page. So let's go to the next page. 7 Steps to Get Off Sugar and Carbohydrates. 1,500 reviews on that book. Let's see what else we got. Self-Love Workbook for Women. I don't know if this is about weight loss. I guess it is. Okay, here's another one. I'll Start Again Monday. That's a great title. It's just speaking to people's procrastination. Break the cycle of unhealthy eating habits with lasting spiritual something. I'm not reading the rest of that title. All right, these are all books on weight loss. I'm just searching on Amazon here. Let's see what else they got. 111 Ways to Lose Weight Without Dieting. 111 ways. A couple more of these. There's so many. This is fun. 1 Inch at a Time. This book has 1,200 reviews. Now We're Cooking. All the Things. 200 reviews. 77. This is 77 recipes, I guess, for eating well. Intermittent Fasting for Women Over 50. All right. Science-based fasting results from this book. All right. One more. I promise one more. All right. Thinner, Leaner, Stronger. The Simple Science of Building the Ultimate Female Body. So I'm sharing you all of that to say this. All of those books are going to boil down to one specific thing. If you want to lose weight, you got to burn more calories than you consume. And if you want to gain weight, you got to consume more calories than you burn. Guaranteed, none of those books will go against what I just said. Guaranteed. You can buy all of them. And that's the bottom line. Now, how you do that, there you have many different options. So that's what those books are about. So I'm not even discrediting the books because they can all give you a bunch of detail on how you can go about that because you got a million different options. But the point is, main reason people don't get the outcomes from the things that they invest in is because they don't do the damn work. They don't do what it says. Every diet works. Okay? Every diet works if you would do what it tells you to do. All right, assuming that they understand the basic principle that I just gave to you. All right, you burn more calories than you consume, you will lose weight. Guaranteed, that's science. Anybody got a question about that? Anybody challenging that? All right. In other words, most people are looking for innovations rather than they're looking to hold themselves accountable for execution. Let me say that sentence again. More people are looking for innovations, i.e. bright, shiny objects, and they're looking for ways to hold themselves accountable for execution, i.e. let me just do what the hell I'm supposed to be doing. Because innovation is more fun. Oh, I just found a new thing. All right, that's exciting, right? Bright, shiny objects is exciting. But, I just got to buckle down and do the work. That's not exciting. That's hard. That's why I got my book called The Third Day, How to Show Up and Perform When You Least Feel Like Performing. That's really what most people need, not some bright, shiny object. But again, if I wanted to maximize my exposure and get as many of my products in the hands of as many people as possible, I would go that route of just giving you some new thing that absolves you of all responsibility. But if I'm really trying to help you perform and achieve, then I got to hold your feet to the fire and hold you accountable. Like, yo, that's bullshit. You ain't showing up and doing your job. That's why you're not succeeding. It's not because you need something new. And there are many people out there. Some of you listen to this right now. You got a shelf or closet or garage full of new quote unquote stuff that you bought and invested in that was supposed to be the key to you getting to your outcome. And you still didn't get the outcome because you didn't do the damn work. Doesn't matter what the thing is. The thing is not in question. You are in question. That's the challenge. Innovations, ladies and gentlemen, come from the outside. Innovations are things that someone comes up with to help you do something new or show you something new. Execution, on the other hand, is something that comes from within, something you got to move yourself to do. That's the difference. Innovation is an externality. Execution is an internal game. I know people who in business are always jumping to a new idea, a new expert, some new download, some new 3-day challenge because they think that's the thing that's going to finally help them break through. Maybe they think that, or they're just running from object to object. It's usually about a 50-50 split between the two. And the truth of the matter is the person in the mirror is the only thing that will ever solve your problem, regardless of whose information you are using. Let me say that again. Truth of the matter is, the only thing that will solve your problem is the person in the mirror. It doesn't matter whose information you use. It's not the information or the program or the book that's going to make you successful. It's you who's going to make you successful. And those things can help. They can facilitate, but they are not responsible. And there's a big difference there. I was having a conversation with a gentleman not too long ago. And he was under the false impression, which I straightened out for him very clearly and articulately, that he was under the impression that working with someone like me was that I was responsible for his success and what he ended up doing and where his business ended up going. I made it clear to him, no, I'm not responsible. I am a facilitator. I'm here to help you, but I'm not responsible for you being successful. You're responsible for you being successful. Even if you hire me as a coach, I'm not responsible for your success. I'm responsible to deliver at what I'm supposed to deliver. I will be here to facilitate and help you. But if you end up being a failure, it's not because anything wrong with me. I'm not in question. You're in question. If you end up coming up short, it's because of something that you didn't do or something that you did do that you weren't supposed to do. It's not because of me. My track record is not on trial here. And I made it clear to him. And his ego was out in front. And I helped him understand. Over here, we had this thing called the 51-49 rule. Those of you who don't know what that means, 51% is a majority stake. If you own 51% of a business, no one can own more than you, mathematically speaking. Because out of 100%, nobody can own more than 51%. So I explained to him, 51-49 rules. You own 51%, I own 49% at the most. It should be more than that. You should own even more than that and take more shares from me because this is your goal. This is your dream. This is your business, not mine. And that's the execution part. And the challenge for many people is that they don't want to hold themselves self-accountable to their own success. So they like the idea of putting it on somebody other than themselves so that they're always absolved of responsibility. And this is how most people end up failing in life because they don't want the responsibility. See, if you don't take on responsibility, it means you don't have the ability to respond. It means you have no power. When you have no power, you have no influence. And when you have no influence, you can't make things happen. You are the subject of things happening rather than the cause of things happening. The question is, which one do you want to be? You have a choice. So it's not the program or the person or the book or the course or the conference, whatever it is that you're signing up for, who is responsible for your success ever. And I sign up for all of those, everything above that I just listed, I sign up for those of other people and give them my money. Never, ever, ever do I put it on them for me to be successful. I'm going to take what they share and I'm going to use it and I'm going to make it work. Why? Because I made the decision that I'm going to be successful. You are just a tool that I'm using to get there. Mr. Coach, Mr. Author, Mr. Conference Host, Mr. Mastermind Organizer. None of them is responsible for my success. I'm responsible for it. I'm just using them to help me get there. They are just tools. I'm the machine. I'm the engine. Everybody understand what I'm saying here? And you need to have that same mindset and that same conversation with yourself. They are just there to help and facilitate. They are not responsible. They are two different things. You are responsible. You own this. 51-49. Point number 3. Today's topic, once again, is why you need execution over innovation. Number 3. Most people can and will be lured around by their noses, always chasing the bright, shiny objects. This one I've explained already. Do not be like most people. Remember what I told you. Most people are wrong about pretty much everything, especially anything that comes to progress, success, achievement, and accomplishment. Most people are wrong about anything in those categories. So anytime you find yourself following the crowd on any of those categories, whether mentally or tangibly, wake up and get the hell out of there. Get out and go the opposite direction of wherever you were going, go the other way. Remember that opportunities in life are always in the opposites. Opportunities are in the opposites. Opposites of what? Opposite of what everybody else is thinking or doing. Whatever most people think, believe, or do the opposite of that, and you'll, in the big picture, end up successful, for the most part. Again, especially on the subjects of progress, achievement, success, and accomplishment. Look around at everybody else, do the opposite. Now, since most people are always looking for bright, shiny objects, well, what's your opportunity, folks? Look for the dull, old object, the one that nobody's looking at. That's the opportunity. Now, I'm saying that in a tongue-in-cheek way, but what it really means is looking at the thing that most people are not paying attention to. And the reason people don't pay attention to something is because it's not bright, shiny, and new anymore. And most people only just go running to whatever's new, bright, and shiny. You do the opposite of that. Whatever they just left, go grab it. That's the opportunity right there. The thing that's not flashy anymore. The thing that's no longer new. The thing that doesn't have the new car smell anymore. The opportunity is right there. Specifically in those areas of, again, growth, progress, accomplishment, achievement. Those areas, don't follow the crowd, because most people are not successful. So why would you follow them? I mean, look around. Look around your own life. Look at your own people. Look at your contacts. Look at the people you went to school with. Look at the people you work with. Look at the people you see every day. Are most of them successful? For most of you, most people around you that you see on a daily basis, they are not successful unless they are people who you have personally chosen to be around. Forget about them. I'm just saying the people that you come across just by default. Are most of them successful? The answer is no, they're not. How do I know that? I don't even know you because most people are not successful. So I don't even have to know you. I know that most people are around most people and most people are not successful. It's just simple deductive reasoning. So the old dull thing will get you to success maybe faster and more effectively than a bright, shiny thing. Key differentiator, as I told you, is not the thing. The key differentiator is the person, and the person is you. The mindset of the person to actually do what you're supposed to do is the main differentiating factor in success versus failure. The mindset of the person who's supposed to be doing whatever. All right, and guess who that person is? That's the individual in the mirror. All right, so you got a mirror in your house, go look at it. You got your phone with you, pull out the selfie camera, turn on the selfie camera. So like, where you can see yourself, that's the person I'm talking about. Let's recap today's class, which is execution over innovation. Definition of execution is the carrying out or putting into effect of a plan, order, or course of action. Innovation is making changes in something established, especially by introducing new methods, ideas, or products. Both of these are good ideas, but one of them matters a lot more than the other. Number one, most people go looking for the brand new idea when the old established idea will be perfectly fine for them. This is because people do not have discipline. They cannot stay focused. Remember that focus is a force multiplier and discipline is the foundation of all professional success. And most people don't have either one. All right, so think about what that means. Point number two, no idea is worth anything if you will not follow it through to completion. All right, so ideas are completely worthless. The execution of ideas is what's valuable. All right, many of us, especially if you're an entrepreneur, have plenty of ideas and ways that you could possibly innovate in your life, in your business, in the world. But until you execute on them, it means absolutely nothing and you get paid nothing for it. Number three, most people can and will be lured around by their noses because they're always chasing bright, shiny objects. Most people are average, mediocre, or worse, losers. Do not be like most people. Whenever you see what most people are doing and it's clear that that's what they're doing, especially in areas of achievement, accomplishment, growth, and progress, do the opposite of that and you will be wildly successful in life and you'll have very little competition because nobody else is doing it. All that said, text me so you're in my community. My number is down below in the description and workonyourgameuniversity.com. You want to be coached by me and you want to actually execute on the things that work and will help you produce results so you can stop playing around in here and messing around with ideas that are not even taking off and doing anything. Go to workonyourgameuniversity.com and I will be there waiting for you. Work on your game. Dre, all